Friendly greetings, this is Torley, and here's my review of this X-Mini II Capsule Speaker. It's extremely small compared to a lot of other speakers, but has a proportionately, or a disproportionately, as I should say, big sound. Overall, I'll let you know from the outset, I'm quite pleased with it. Now let me go into further details. There are a couple models. I saw there was one that's red and black, but this one's wine red and red. So that's the one that I got. I should hold it closer to here, not to. This is my microphone. If you wonder why it sounds quite clear, this is a Zoom H4n, so hopefully it can capture the nuances of the sound better. Not as good as if you were in the room with me. We'd have to party if you were, but better than the webcams built in speakers. So let me play a track. This is actually something that I produced. And another thing to remember is it has its own volume level thing here. I'll go into detail about some of the other controls. It's pretty simple. Glows blue, but if it's not loud enough, you should maximize the gain. I'm not sure how clearly you can see that on your iPod or other device. So crank it up here. That will use likely more batteries as well, but you want to play it loud. I won't play it too loud because my ears are sensitive. So let's go. Let me go to this part where I got violins and stuff. It's pretty awesome. So as I can hear it, it handles dynamic range from soft to loud pretty well without distorting excessively. There is, of course, the muddiness associated with a driver of this size, as you might expect, and it's in mono. You can chain multiple ones. Apparently I haven't tried this, so not getting the stereo field effect. And in that track, by the way, those were violins that were actually overdriven through effects pedals to sound more like a rock guitar. I need you to disclaim that. So perhaps I should play something that is acoustic piano, which I've also composed. Let's see here. This way you can hear. Okay, so you get the picture, or the sound. Very, very harmonically sound. Now, I haven't rigorously used the battery life up on this, but one thing I really do like about it is that it can be charged via USB. So right here, it's just a short cable. I wish this built-in one was longer, like the audio one, or it had a retractable. I suppose that's something with the design. You notice there's this little clip to keep things bundled up. This one that's sliding down here. But you can just plug it in your computer. It would be cool if you could, yeah, if that was just more integrated. This is for looping in another one. My wife really enjoys using this to play with Plants vs. Zombies. Like I said, it's a great amplification system for a handheld device when you don't have that much space, much table space or bed space or whatever it might be, and you don't want to cart around a speaker that needs an external power supply. Battery life on this, as I've read, is supposed to be 10 to 11 hours, quite good. So it means, hey, if you have an iPad, that roughly matches, doesn't it? But like I said, I haven't rigorously run it down to the paces. But there was a time my wife took quite a trip out and she forgot to turn the battery off. Now, I wish it did have a way to automatically detect, oh, is audio going to come through? And I don't know the engineering feasibilities of that, but I do know that the batteries were still glowing and healthy when she came back from that trip, and she had used it several times before without charging. So that's my video review. of the X-Mini. Thank you to Arthur at it's pronounced Satichi or Satechi. I need to learn that, for encouraging me to. It was nice to get a follow-up letter personally asking me to do a review on this, because sometimes you get a forum letter and I replied back, hey, you guys want a video review? That's what I do. I do a lot of video stuff. Let me play a few more sound samples out of this, then we can call it a day or a night. After this, let's see, something else that is, it's probably, let's see, bouncy or happy. I've put a lot of tracks on here. Let's try this one. This one is, this one has a tight bass on really big speakers. Great engineering, in my opinion. It's called production value. Compare that to the internal speaker, which you can hardly hear at all there. All right, enjoy.